Hello, and welcome to the podcast that tries to answer one simple question. What is this thing called film noir? Hello everyone. We're going to be going offline for about 6 weeks during Easter. So here are some coming attractions of what you can expect at Tipping My Fedora. We kick off with Dr Laura Mee, who will be taking a deep dive into David Fincher's Seven, which is now celebrating its 30th anniversary. Here is what her first attempt to see the film at the cinema was like.
When we got there, it was a Saturday evening. It was sort of prime time, 8 p.m. There were 2 tickets left, and there were 3 of us.
Oh,
now,
no.
I was third wheeling. They were a couple, and I'm very nice. So I said to them,
You are nice, yeah.
You guys go. And I sat in the lobby of the cinema for 2.5 hours.
Oh, no. Okay, so
furious that I wasn't seeing Seven.
Oh.
So I actually ended up seeing it sometime after that, probably only a couple of weeks, I suppose. I went with my best friend at the time from school, who would have also been 14 or 15, and my stepbrother and his boyfriend, who would have been a decade or so older than me. So we'd kind of gone together as a 4. I think it was at Milton Keynes Point, which is a long dead but architecturally questionable cinema in Milton Keynes. So for me, it's very tied up in the experience of the illicitness of going to see a film that I should not have been seeing, being very scared about being caught, which I wasn't, and being very scared about the nature of the film itself because of the way that it had been kind of promoted. So I was really excited, but also going in very tense. So, I was really looking forward to it, but yeah, kind of apprehensive at the same time.
Steve Hunt will tell us about his 5 favourite film noir boxing movies, which include Stanley Kubrick's Killer's Kiss.
I was so impressed with this film, bearing in mind it is very early Kubrick. I read that he had to shut down filming on a Friday afternoon so he could collect his unemployment check. That's the part of his career that he was at. And it just shows such imagination for a novice filmmaker working his way through that kind of independent filmmaking world.
The Lives of Harry Lime. The fabulous stories of the immortal character, originally created in the motion picture The Third Man.
There will be an investigation into the radio origins of Orson Welles' misunderstood, picaresque noir classic, Mr. Arkadin, which is also known as Confidential Report.
That was the shot that killed Harry Lime. He died in a sewer beneath Vienna, as those of you know who saw the movie The Third Man. Yes, that was the end of Harry Lime. But it was not the beginning. Harry Lime had many lives, and I can recount all of them. How do I know? It's very simple. Because my name is Harry Lime.
My old buddy Dr Sheldon Hall is going to take me to task for taking too broad a view of film noir in a 2-part extravaganza that looks at comedies, horror and westerns.
I think one of the earliest, if not the earliest, on your list is the Oxbow Incident.
Yes.
And I haven't revisited it very recently, but I'm a little doubtful about the noir element to it. Some of the other westerns that you include, I don't know quite why they're there, other than the fact that they are dark. At what point do dark films become film noir, I suppose, would be my question.
I think that's fair. I mean, one of the ones you immediately picked up on. I mean, there are others that I feel more strongly about, say Winchester 73, which was the first James Stewart, Anthony Mann Western, and
although not the first Anthony Mann Western.
No,
because it's preceded by Devil's Doorway, which is much bleaker than any of the
and it's
Stewart
John Alton
films.
as well,
yes,
and
indeed,
and is by rights much more of a noir, and that's definitely going to be in the book. I don't care what you say.
Okay.
That's going in there.
I'll let you have that one.
That one's been written,
After this, we're going to take a jump back to the future for the alternate 2019 of Blade Runner with podcast extraordinaire Aisha Khan.
I'm quite fond of a voiceover. I love it in film noir. I like it in Scorsese's films. I'm not someone who's like, no, show, don't tell. I'm like, no, you can tell me. But I don't think the voiceover works in this. And I think the biggest part of that is when I watched the final cut, I didn't miss it for a second.
And there will be much more besides, including an episode devoted to Roger Rabbit, another on Basic Instinct, as well as all kinds of looks at the music of neo-noir of the late 60s and 1970s. So, we'll be back before you know it, on the 27th of April. Be seeing you.